Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and just stick around. Also, if you need any help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I want to remind you guys that your circumstances are not that special. What that means is that no circumstances, none at all, none whatsoever, are ever above the law. No circumstances are ever so special that the law doesn't work for them. So this is what I'm going to go over in this video. Stay tuned. So a lot of you guys comment on my videos every day with your circumstances, with your stories, asking for my opinion. Can this be done? Is it possible? What if the circumstance is such and such? What if my SP said that or did that? What if I'm in no contact for I don't know how many years? What if they're married to someone else? What if they have children? What if they left me for a third party? What if I'm broke right now and I can't pay my bills? What if I'm unemployed? What if I'm not healthy? I have this or that health problem? What if my credit is bad? What if I'm in a lot of debt? What if I got a bad review at work? And it's just, the list is endless. The list is endless. So you guys, I think it's good from time to time to give you a reminder that circumstances always, no exceptions, have as much power over you as you give them. What I mean by that is circumstances, even if it doesn't feel like it, and I know a lot of the time it doesn't feel like it doesn't seem like it doesn't look like it. However, circumstances are always neutral. And the amount of power they have over you, over your desire, over your manifestation, over how fast your desire comes, or whether you decide they're a huge obstacle, a huge block to your desire, all this comes from you. All this comes from your own perceptions. And our perceptions always determine our reality. Our perceptions always determine what we get to experience, how others show up for us, what opportunities we encounter in our life, or what blocks. At the end of the day, our perceptions over circumstances, the power we give them or the power we don't give them, determines what we get to experience, determines who we get to be. So the law is the law. The law tells you whatever you put your consciousness on, that's what you're going to see more of. It's quite simple. It's not always easy to grasp. It's not always easy to apply. But the principle and the concept is actually quite simple. Where is your consciousness? What are you dwelling on? What are you focusing on? Where is your attention? That is what you're going to see more of. That's what you're creating more of. So if you have a circumstance that you perceive as insurmountable, you perceive as impossible to overcome, you perceive as a huge hindrance, a huge block, a huge obstacle to your manifestation, guess what? You're going to see more evidence that this is indeed a huge obstacle and a huge block, because this is the law at work. On the other hand, a person with the same circumstance or a very similar circumstance might decide not to give it much attention, might decide that it doesn't mean much. And guess what happens? For that person, because they didn't give the same circumstance, any power or much power, they get to experience something different. They get to experience what they assumed. The circumstance didn't matter, or it fell away, or it shifted, or it changed somehow. But it didn't matter in the end. So you see from this and you understand from this that the circumstances that you encounter in your life only have as much power over you as you give them. They always have the meaning that you give them. If you give them the meaning that they mean something terrible and horrible and super difficult for your desire and your manifestation, this is what you get to experience. If you don't pay them much attention, if you don't think anything of them, if you don't care about them and disregard them, same thing. They're not going to matter for your manifestation. So you see then why no circumstance is above the law. There is no special circumstance for which the law doesn't work. The law works the way it works. 100% of the time. There is no circumstance that is special enough for the law to not work. There is no circumstance that makes the law not work. There is no circumstance that makes it harder for the law to work. It doesn't work like that. It's all in your consciousness. It's all in your awareness. It's all in your focus and in your attention. It's all in your assumptions and your perceptions and all the meanings you give to everything in your life, everything that you encounter in your life, every experience, everything someone says or doesn't say or doesn't do. How special a circumstance is or how special it isn't only depends on you. You are the only one who decides. You are the only one in charge. So start seeing your circumstances under a different light. Start realizing that you and only you are the one who determines how much power they have over you and your manifestation, what they mean for you and your manifestation. And if you feel like it's something difficult, it's something like an obstacle, it's something that is going to make it harder for your desire to manifest, well, shift gears. Stop paying it so much attention. Stop giving it so much power. Stop assuming that it's going to be a problem or an obstacle. Maybe it's time to start disregarding it and not paying it so much attention and focus. And just shift your focus towards your desire instead. That circumstance is going to pass. That circumstance is going to fall away. If you don't give it power, if you don't pay it much attention, if you don't think much of it, it's not going to be a problem for you. It's always the case. It's 100% of the time that is the case. No circumstance is special enough for the law. No circumstance is going to be an exception to the law. The law always has to do with your consciousness. That's it. And so this is how you want to start thinking about your desires and about what you're manifesting. Whatever the circumstances might be, they're not above the law. The law, which is the law of consciousness and the law of perception and the law of expectation, how you expect things to turn out and what you expect to experience, is always above any circumstance. How much a circumstance matters or doesn't matter, you determine that. You decide that. You're in charge of that. You are the one who says it matters or it means nothing or anything in between. You get to decide all of it. And whatever you get to decide, whatever you get to assume and however you get to perceive the situation, this is what the law is going to show you. It's going to match your perception. So do yourself a favor. Don't get intimidated by circumstances. They are just there to be overcome. They are just there to show you your power. They are there to show you that you're more important than them and more powerful than them. They don't hold power over you. You hold power over them. You decide what they mean. You decide how much they mean for you and for your desire, if anything. So please don't get intimidated. Don't get discouraged. Keep going. Keep your focus and your attention on your desire, on the reality that you wish to experience, and any circumstances that may come up, try and disregard them. Try and minimize their meaning because truly they are neutral. They don't mean anything. You want to always be thinking, I'm getting my desire no matter what. And that's where you want to be dwelling on. That's what you want your dwelling state to be. Okay? So with all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.